Hello everybody and welcome to another session of Scuba Talk. My name is Scuba Dave and I thought today we would talk about the different types of computers that are out there and available for you, especially if you're new to diving. When I was new to diving many years ago, basically the only type of dive computers I knew that were out there are really what I rented when I learned how to dive. And back in the day, I learned on gauges. Computers were just starting to come out, and they were still kind of expensive for the time, and they were slowly working their way down to where they were more affordable. But the question I keep getting asked, I'm not going to sit in today and I'm not going to sit and say, oh, this is the best or that's the best or buy this manufacturer. That's not what I wanted to do today. I just want to point out, what's out there, what's available, and for you to make your choice. Depending on how much diving you do, what kind of information you want from your diving, is really going to dictate what it is you're going to want to purchase, so you have on your own. To start off with, I've got some gauges here that we can talk about. When I first started to learn how to dive, we had a depth gauge, we had an air gauge, okay, and we have a compass. That's basically all we had. And we did what was called chart diving. We had a chart. I'm sure most of you that have taken your open water classes by now already know about charts. I know some people still teach it, some people don't. Nowadays classes can be taught just by computer only. When I teach, I like to still, even though I may teach computer only, I still like to introduce the charts so people know what they are. But on chart diving, you would take your chart and you go and you'd come down, okay, how deep do we want to go? How long do we plan to stay under the water? Okay, and it would tell us, okay, we can stay, 25 minutes or whatever, okay? Normally, with a setup like what I'm holding here, you would wear a watch that had a timer on it, so you could check and see, okay, what kind of timing I've got, okay, so you didn't spend too much time down at depth. The top part was a depth gauge. Basically, the only thing this depth gauge will do is it'll tell you there's a red indicator. Now on mine, there's a red indicator. That'll tell me what my maximum depth was, the deepest part of my dive. This other one will go to whatever my current depth is, okay? And that's it. So at the end of the day, all I know is yep, I had a maximum of about 78 feet. Okay, and now I'm back on shore. That's kind of all I know. I don't know how long I stayed at each depth, okay? My watch told me I did a 30-minute dive if that's what we had planned, okay? My air supply in this one, I'm monitoring that, so definitely I don't want to run out of air, okay? So that's all I had. A compass, you would set it, go to your dive, find your shore or wherever you need your compass to go to. That's what we did. Okay, so this is an older style. Can it still be used today? Absolutely. The only thing you'll be missing with this setup is that you won't know your time under the water. So you would need some sort of timing device. Okay, so you knew how long you were under the water. Okay, but this can still be used today. Absolutely. And I think, for somebody that might be only diving, I don't know, 5-6 times a year or something, because it's low maintenance, that might be good for you. Okay? So that's all I have, and these are the gauges. Okay? Now there's the next thing that we get into is called a puck. And that's basically what this is. The only thing this will do for us is it will tell us our time under the water. This instead, we don't need the charts. This has a built-in basic charting for us. So this will automatically tell us. Okay. This will also tell us our nitrogen loading on this side here. And you can see it goes to yellow and then red, means, you know, too long. And then you have your oxygen for oxygen toxicity on this side. And then down at the bottom, I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up, but down here at the bottom, you have your speed. Basically, if I'm coming up too quick, okay, it'll go from the green to yellow to red. Okay, so you kind of watch that as you're coming up. Now, this can be put in to a wristwatch setting, like this one, okay, or it can be put in to a console, okay. However, this is only going to give you your time under the water. So here's your timing device. Okay, this will tell us how deep we went, and it'll tell us our current depth. Okay, this one, like I say, it's a hockey puck. This one here will not hook up to a computer. It will not give you a bar graph. It won't do anything. Okay, there's a lot of these still out there. They are user replaceable batteries, which makes it easy. You're not going to be paying anybody. You just take your coin or your wrench, put it in here, twist it, the battery comes out, new battery goes in, you're ready to go dive again. Okay. The nice thing about user replaceable batteries is it means that if you forget to take care of the O-ring on here and the battery compartment floods, it will not damage the computer because the computer is sealed separately. Okay, so if it should flood, all you do, you undo it, take it out, throw the battery away, dry out this really good, fix the seal or put a new seal on, put a new battery in after it's completely dried out, put it back on, boom. You got your dive computer, we're back going, and we're in business. Okay, so this is the type, it's called a hockey puck. You can find them around, people are still selling them. You'll see a lot of these mostly at garage sales and places like that. Okay, that's where you'll find a lot of these. Okay, I don't know that these older ones are in sale. Now the newer ones, the newer hockey pucks, okay, they can hook to a computer and you can get the data. Okay, they do a little bit more data. Okay, so that's that. This is an updated version, basically of the hockey puck. I have it in a wrist mount. Okay, and then this is even a newer brand of the hockey puck. I can hook it in to a computer and I can see, you know, my depths. It'll give me a bar graph. It'll give me, now these computers will not track your air. Neither will the hockey puck. They will not track your air. So that means you still need an air gauge. Okay. And then, you know, you need to figure out, do I want a console or do I want a wrist mount? I'm a console guy. Everybody that asks me, I'm always a console guy. Why do I have these? These are backups. I can put these around the hose. So now I have a backup computer in case my dive buddy's computer goes out or whatever while we're under the water. Boom, I can take care of them. Here you go. And we're still diving. Okay. So that's what these are. Okay, and then nowadays, I'm sure you've heard of, now they have the wristwatch mode. Okay, this is a real genuine wristwatch, but it's also a dive computer. It's also a free dive, and I don't know what the other mode is, but this will do nitrox. Okay, so if you're a nitrox person, there you go. This one will do nitrox. This one will do nitrox. This one will not do nitrox. This is strictly air. Okay? So if you're into nitrox, you're thinking of doing nitrox, these are the things you want to think about when you go buy your computer. What do I want? Okay? Now, I told you with the hockey puck ones, you had to have a air, right? Because these do not show you your air, so you need an air. Well, this one comes with the air pod. What this does is this goes into your high pressure port, okay, and you screw it in, and then these two will link up. So now with this one, it'll have my air pressure, it'll have everything. It'll show me my depth, my time, where I'm at. This even has a built-in compass, okay, so I can activate the compass on it. It'll hook to a computer, so I can get all that information if I'm going to hook it to a computer and do my log, okay? So think about those if this is the way you want to go. I'm just not a wrist fan. Why? I don't know. That's me. I just don't need it. I am a console guy. So the other difference is get a console. Okay? My console, this one here happens to be air integrated. So it'll read my air pressure down toward the bottom here. And then up in here, it'll give me all my dive time. It'll tell me my depth. It'll tell me the water temperature, whatever depth I'm at. It has a compass up here at top, so it's not built in. It's up here at the top. This I can hook into a computer, and I get all my data put on the computer. So that's where I put my logbook, and I get a nice graph. If you look over my shoulder here, you'll see what I'm talking about. There should be a graph right there, okay? And those are the information I can get. This is nitrox compatible, so I can set it for nitrox, which is a good thing. So I just wanted to go over, make a short video here because I do get asked quite a bit about different computers, what's available, and you know how they might benefit somebody. So hopefully I've kind of explained that to you. I'm hoping you've kind of got the idea whether you want a console. Now this console here has what they call a quick disconnect. Okay, so the hose, I turn it and it pops off. And no, it's not going to get lost when I'm diving because the air pressure, right? The air pressures really help holding it on besides being locked in there. Okay, so that's why I'm a console guy. I have everything, boom, I see it. I don't have to sit and play around with it or anything like that. Okay, the old style hockey puck, one of the things I will tell you about that, going back to this, is that this has to be activated before you go under the water. If you go under the water and try to hit the button to turn it on, it's not going to work for you. Okay, and that means you have to go back to the surface, wait, okay, and then hit the button again and try to get it to go. Sometimes you have to wait about 10 minutes for it to clear, even though it really never did anything, because it did detect pressure when it wasn't activated. And so you might have to sit at the surface for about 10 minutes, then get it to go, and then you can start your dive. You know, so just different safety things. These others that I've showed you, okay, these are all water activated. So the minute you go about, I think it's 3 or 4 feet under the water, boom, they are turned on and they're ready to go. Okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, scubadave94@gmail.com, and or leave a comment down below. If the videos that I put out help you, or if you like them, please be sure to hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel, and you'll be, whenever I put out new videos, you'll be one of the first to get it. Okay. Great diving. Have fun. We'll catch you all next time.